4 a.m. First Fruits. This is a chapter by chapter Bible study series, and we're on Psalms chapter 29. And this one's a good one, a poetic portrayal of God's voice. Ascribe to the Lord, you heavenly beings. Ascribe to the Lord glory and strength. Ascribe to the Lord the glory due his name. This is a call to worship, to angels, to us, to ascribe, acknowledge, give glory to God. So when we talk about God, we ascribe him glory, strength that is due his name. Worship the Lord in the splendor of his holiness. The voice of the Lord is above the waters. The God of glory thunders. I find it interesting that movies and television will show you superheroes that can control thunder and lightning and give them glory for something that God needs the glory for. And I don't know about you, but ever since I've heard thunder as a kid, I just knew it was God. It was a knowing of who created it all. The Lord above the vast water. The voice of the Lord in power. The voice of the Lord in splendor. The voice of the Lord breaks the cedars. The Lord shatters the cedars of Lebanon. He makes Lebanon skip like a calf, Sirion like a young wild ox. Have you ever seen these beasts skip? Have you ever seen them run? They run with power and breath, and it is chaotic but beautiful. The voice of the Lord flashes flames of fire. The voice of the Lord shakes the wilderness. The Lord shakes the wilderness of Kadesh. The voice of the Lord makes the deer give birth and strips the woodlands bare. The voice of the Lord is above the waters, thunders, powerful splendor, breaks trees, flaming, shakes the wilderness, and causes delivery. Notice that the voice of the Lord is mentioned 7 times in this Psalms. In Hebrew poetry, like this one, 7 symbolizes completeness. It symbolizes perfection. The Lord's voice is perfectly powerful. In his temple cry glory. The Lord sits enthroned over the flood. The Lord sits enthroned, king forever. The Lord gives his people strength. The Lord blesses his people with peace. And when we see the Lord, this is all caps Lord. So Yahweh's voice thunders. Yahweh's voice is in splendor. Yahweh's voice breaks the cedars. In Genesis 1, God creates everything by his word, his voice. And in Psalms 29, his voice breaks, shakes, splits, and causes birth. That same voice that created the heavens and the earth in Genesis 1 still governs it today in perfect power. This Psalms is trying to inspire awe and a holy fear, not mere comfort. In ancient Near East, storm gods like Baal were attributed to control thunder and lightning. They would tell you that their gods, little g gods, control the lightning and the thunder. Well, this Psalms is saying Yahweh, not Baal. When thunder rolls and lightning splits and the wilderness shakes, it is because of the majesty of the God who created the world. It is not the little g gods. A lot of scholars believe that Psalms 29 is describing a massive thunderstorm moving from the Mediterranean inland across Lebanon, over the waters, over the Lebanon cedars, across the mountains into the wilderness, and then ending in the temple with worship and peace. God's moves are powerful. And this same voice is heard from heaven at Jesus' baptism when he says, "This is my beloved son." This perfectly powerful Yahweh, God of the universe, creating a way for us to be made right with him. And it was through his beloved son. Thank you for watching this 4 a.m. I'll see you in the next 4 a.m. when we cover Psalms chapter 30. Joy in the morning.